Hey there, you're watching the Dave Does channel. I am Dave Does, and this is, of course, Dave Does Reacts. And today I'm checking out the band Maid, and the song is Present Perfect. Now, it's been a long time since I've done Maid on the channel. Done it a few times on the ADK Rock and Metal channel with Kirk and Andy, but it hasn't been for a while. I quite enjoy. I mean, I have got a few albums of theirs, and I really enjoyed their initial kind of offerings. And then kind of lost a bit of interest in them over time. I think that's not just probably Maid. It's a lot of the kind of Japanese music. As I don't understand the lyrics, it's made it. I kind of like the reacting to it, but I don't really listen to it outside of that, just because I can't really understand the song, so I can't sing along. And I like to sing along, and it's awful for everyone else because they get to hear my awful singing voice. But it's part of what's fun about listening to music is just kind of engaging with it and taking part. So it's probably the reason why I haven't really checked them out for a while. So I thought, you know what, it was probably about time I came back to Maid and gave a listen to a more recent video and just see what's going on with the band. So yeah, looking forward to it. Now with the video, I'll be playing it from start to finish, no pausing, no talking during it, so you don't get interrupted or stopped. And then I'll talk all about it. I'll talk about the music elements and the video elements at the end. So yeah, let's get to this Maid and Present Perfect. Let's do this.
Present perfect.過じゃないそこに来てた証明遠回
Okay, there we go. Maid and Present Perfect. And okay, this is going to be an interesting breakdown from my point of view. So I'm really splitting my opinions on it because it's a very good track. It's a good track, good video. And I found myself listening to it and just going, why? What is it with Bandmate that just doesn't quite get me overly pumped and overly excited like it does with so many Bandmate fans? And I was trying to almost break that in, going because I do like to know why. Because when we do it on the ADK Rock and Metal, like me, Kirk, and Andy have very, very different opinions on songs. So something that Andy loves, I probably won't love, for instance, and same with Kirk and stuff. But occasionally we do get together, and there'll be something that we all really enjoy. And it's trying to work out exactly so what's pulling the strings for one of us versus the other. And this is very much where this song comes into me. So it sounded exactly what I thought Bandmate would sound like. So what I mean by that is it's very Bandmate have got a very distinctive sound. There are other bands that are within the Japanese music industry that are doing similar sort of thing. But you don't really hear any of this in like the Western market, which is great because they've kind of got their very very distinctive sound that people over here in the Western markets will really appreciate as well. Because we haven't got any bands that are doing this sort of thing. And what I think stands them out is every instrument that's playing you could listen to on its own in the song and take something away from it. So there's some really interesting bassline parts. The rhythm guitar and the lead guitar are both playing some really interesting guitar parts throughout. There's no real let up. They're constantly and frantically moving from section to section. The drums, these are not basic just drum 4/4 patterns with lots of room. They're filling the space, and that possibly also pulls me away from what my comfort zone would be as far as a musician, because I like to leave space for the vocals. I'm a big believer in songwriting where simplified rhythm sections to allow vocals to take the lead are really important to allow the listener to feel comfortable within the song. The only thing I found with this one was there isn't the vocals have got a great melody, but there's also this secondary lead guitar line behind it. You've got a lead bass line as well behind it. The drums are really busy, so it's just a really busy song. So from a musical point of view of listening to the musicianship of the band, it's really cool and really fun to listen to what they're playing. The vocal melodies are really strong, great harmonization, nice midsection, solo was fire, really, really good track. From a song point of view, for me as a listener, from my point of view, so this is personal, not as a critique on their musician songwriting, I found it more difficult to get into the song because it was just so busy. There's just so much going on. And I'd have rather have had a few keep it simple sections just to allow you to kind of settle into the song. But seeing that, it's still a really good song. It's still a great track. And it's, again, when I say these things about what I'd prefer, this is just understanding my listening point. So, I think over the main riff, there's a guitar part in there that's real kind of classic rock, like Zeppelin-esque, which I thought was very cool. I enjoyed that as well, being able to kind of pinpoint, because when I was looking at sort of Bandmate and what one to check out, I saw there was they've done lots of anime type things, and I've mentioned that before about what they do on one of their songs. I think it was a normal music video, and I was like, oh, this feels like it should be in an anime, and I found out afterwards it was actually from an anime, but the music video wasn't relating to that. But their music does really lend itself to that as well, so the high octane, high energy, but yeah, really really good track. Video wise, doesn't really tell much of a story, but I do like the visuals of it. So the switching from the studio, different looks, good camera angle cuts, moving with the pace of the transitions from each camera angle. Is it set to a good pace in line with what the music's doing, rather than being too fast or too slow? Like the kind of cliff look. Again, it doesn't really add anything from a story point of view, but visually is a good use of the visuals that you've got available, and the fact that they're not just on the cliff, they're switching between studio, means that it kind of keeps you interested in the different locations that they're shooting in. So yeah, Bandmaid, great track from Bandmaid as always. Not one that's ever going to really kind of convert me, but I think if they were to play in Bandmaid stuff that was something I really liked, it wouldn't be Bandmaid. It would be probably too simple for them because I'm a simple guy. I am. I'm a little bit of a more of a simple kind of riff oriented chord progression, serving the song mentality versus amazing musicianship throughout from all elements. So I'm kind of like maybe like one person takes the musician lead and the rest of the band holds that kind of core backline while the other takes the lead. To be honest, they're all such good musicians in this band. You couldn't really do that. They showcase everything so well. So there you go, Bandmaid and Present Perfect. Yeah, great track overall. Thumbs up from me. Now, if you enjoyed the video today, please do like, share, subscribe, leave me feedback, leave me comments in the comments down below, and I'll see you on the video sometime very soon. Take care.